To today's football prediction on BetCraft. All right, another very beautiful day, and once again, we back with our prediction. We saw how we fared, and last time we won everything that was predicted yesterday, 100%. And in our VIP, it was also 100% victory. And I always urge you to join our VIP group. Just click join button, and to take you to the page of the VIP. All right, that's very important. Do that. All right. Also remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed, so that you get, and also turn notification button on so that you always get notified each time we make our videos. All right. That being said, we head to the business of today, and today we start with the World Cup qualifying match in Europe, where we have Finland, who will be up against Poland. All right, and in this very encounter, we could look at the stats for both sides. You can see that Finland have just one win and a draw in the last 6 matches. They've also had 4 losses out of those 6 games that they had in recent games. All right. Poland, on the other hand, have won 3 out of 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses in the last 6 matches. All right. When you look at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective, you could see that Finland, the home side, have had 4 victories as well as 6 losses in the last 10 home matches. As a matter of fact, the last 4 home games that they had, sort of losing all 4 home games. All right. Poland, on the other hand, have had 2 victories and 2 draws, but have also they've lost 6 matches from away. The last 10 away games that they had. The last away game saw them losing to Portugal by 5 goals to 1. That's a lot of goals. And also, you could see that for Finland, in the last 10 home matches that they had, have produced over 2.5, 6 times out of 10. And also Poland have seen a very similar situation. Also, 6 times out of 10 they have actually produced over 2.5. But when we look at the head-to-head meetings, we could see that it was 5-1 victory for Poland the last time both teams met. But here I expect to see a minimum of 2 goals to occur here. We're going safe. We expect to see another 1.5. That's our value for that very encounter. Over 1. That's what we expect. Okay, and we head to the next for today. It is also a World Cup qualifying match, but in Asia, we will have Iran who will be facing KoreaDPR. All right, for Iran, we know Iran is a very good side. They had 4 victories in the last 6 matches, as well as 1 draw and 1 loss. And KoreaDPR have just won one game in the last 6 games, and they've also had 2 losses as well as 3 losses rather, as well as 2 draws. Okay, when you look at how these two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Iran, the home side, have actually won 6 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 draws as well as 1 loss. All right, and KoreaDPR, playing from away, have just 1 win, 3 draws, but have lost 6 matches out of the last 10 away attempts. All right, the last time both teams met, it was Iran who actually won from away on that occasion by 3 goals to 2 against KoreaDPR. That was actually in November of last year. And here we are expecting the home side to win. Noting that this is a very important match for Iran, being a World Cup qualifying match. We expect a home side winning outrightly here. That's our value for that very game. Okay, and it takes us to the next step for today. It is a friendly match where we have Belarus who will be facing Russia in the friendlies. All right, when we look at the stats for both sides, you can see the Belarus have had 3 victories as well as 2 draws. Also, they've lost 1 game in the last 6 matches. And we side, Russia in the last 6 have actually won 5 matches out of the last 6 matches that they had so far. They also had 1 draw. They've not lost a single match in the last 6 games that they had so far. When you look at how the two teams are fed from home and away perspective, you can see that when you look at Belarus playing from home, the last 10 home matches have resulted to 3 victories for Belarus. They've also had 4 draws and as well as 3 losses in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And when you look at Russia, on the other hand, it is 4 victories and 5 draws out of the last 10 away games that they have. And they've just had only 1 loss in the last 10 away matches. Okay, and the last 2 away games they had sort of winning Vietnam and Belarus, by 4 goals to 0 against Belarus and 3 goals to 0 against Vietnam. Okay, when you look at how these two teams fared on head-to-head basis, you can see that Russia, like we mentioned earlier, won the last meeting by 4 goals to 0 against Israel, even from away on that very occasion. All right, and in this very one, we are definitely going for the away side, Russia, to take the day, seeing that they've actually done very well in recent time and they're showing good progress. We expect away side winning out shortly in this very one. Away win. That's a verdict for that very one. All right, and that takes us to the next for today. It is in Asia Cup qualifying match where we have Turkmenistan who will be up against Thailand. All right, And when we look at the stats in this for these two sides, you can see that Turkmenistan and the home side have managed to achieve one victory and two draws. They also lost three matches in the last 6 games that they had so far. All right, when you look at Thailand, their away side, it is 4 victories as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away in the last recent 6 matches that they had so far. Okay, when you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you could say Turkmenistan have managed just one victory in the last 10 home matches that they had. They managed to achieve 2 draws, but have lost 7 matches out of the last 10 home games that they have so far. That's not a very good sign, even when playing football. Okay, and Thailand, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 3 victories and also 4 draws, but have lost 3 matches in the last 10 away games. All right, and on head-to-head basis, it was Thailand who won the last time voters met far back in 3 years ago, and we expect to see Thailand, who in recent games have shown better quality, to rise to the occasion and win here. I expect to see their way side Thailand to not lose. We expect to see our way side either winning or drawing, and yet we will see under 3.5. I will win or draw and under 3.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. Okay, and that concludes it for today on Betcraft. Wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes great. And also remember to play responsibly as these are football games. And sometimes it may not be exactly what it presents. All right. That being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions. Remember to join our VIP group so that you also get our tips for today on VIP. All right. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be back. But at that time, keep winning.